Hi, welcome to Who Was Phone? Reading Bad Creepypastas. My name is Quinn, and I'm here with...
You're here with Las Vegas.
And we're gonna spend some time reading some bad creepypastas because we think that they're some of the greatest pieces of media that have ever been produced, and someone needs to appreciate them.
It's just fascinating looking at someone's, let's say, different mind.
The truly dark and twisted minds that these authors, you delve into their beautiful, disgusting, twisted, nasty freak minds, and you just learn so much.
You see, it's scary because it's characters you know. That's what makes it scary.
Exactly. So, for today, we're going to be reading one called Google Satanic. It's called A Very Old and Very Stupid Creepypasta that dates back to 2011. Now, neither of us have read this before, so this is going to be fresh for all of us, and we hope that it's pretty fun.
With fresh eyes.
Exactly. So I'm going to start us off. It's a decent length.
Yo, pause.
Dude, shut up. But let's just... Okay, I'm just going to start reading it now. Also, my bad about my freaking creepypasta-looking camera. Okay, my spooky, scary camera. It stopped doing the glitches. It's scaring me, even seeing it, you know what I mean? Okay, let's start this up with part 1. There's a well-hidden trick on Google, and is Google satanic? I know people who fell victim to this page, and tell them not at all pleasant. You'll spend the worst moment of your life. Among those victims was my best friend and me. I really do not want to talk about it, but I have to say, not to live the same experience as me. If you search Google Satanic in Google or another search engine, you will not find anything. But one thing no one has ever tested is to be connected to a network that has not been identified, as I'm using right now. Myself, I had cut off the internet because he did the homework, and I took advantage of it when my parents slept and used the notebook. One day, I invite my best friend to my house. I see a little worried. He tells me, I hear about a legend of a Google secret. My parents would not let me use the notebook to find out about this hidden Google. And I said I was going to walk with my best friend and make them take the notebook to sleep, a place where no one. We try to a place where no one. So I don't want to hate too much because this is clearly someone that doesn't speak English natively, right? But
This is clearly someone's second language.
that's pretty freaking funny. A place where no one.
A place for no one.
A place where no one? No, please. Like, come on. Also, I have no clue what they're trying to say here. Are they trying to say that they took their laptop somewhere, like to their friend's house, maybe?
This thing it isn't written very clear.
Yeah, it's like, even without like the language stuff, it's also just a little muddy on what's meant to be happening. Okay, I'll keep reading. We tried to find some sign of internet because he lived in a field and found one and saw that it came from an abandoned house.
He just lives in a cornfield.
Dude just lives in a freaking field. He just like has a little dirt like mound he sleeps on.
He lives in a cardboard box.
There's abandoned houses nearby him. I don't know why he doesn't just go live in there. Just do a little bit of squatting.
For real.
And found one and saw that it came from the abandoned house. Would not go for fear that something happens to us, but we had the courage to do. Upon entering, we saw that there was a desk that only had a modem. The house was very small. We connect the notebook, charger, mouse, and then connect the internet. The internet was called Ivan Coverfit and connect. No password. Asked us what we made it easier to connect. Already connected, we entered into Google, and Google put Satanic. We believed that nothing was known about this, but we were wrong. Giving enter, appeared a page that said Google Satanic, the door to hell, and the URL was www.googlesatanic.com. I regret having entered the site until today. So they don't regret it anymore? They're pretty happy with it now?
The way this is worded implies he already was on there.
Yeah, this person's like, I regret it for a long time, but now I think
that's fine.
I think it's pretty chill now. I'm kind of cool with Google Satanic now.
Me and Google Satanic, we best friends now.
Me and Google Satanic, we run that shit back, okay? There was a point where we fought, but now we good.
Okay. From enemies to lovers.
Exactly, enemies to lovers. When open, the Google logo appeared, but with red letters. The search button said nothing like that of I'm feeling lucky. Only had 6 points. Thinking it was a page of a geek, we wanted to close the browser, go home, and give the legend as false. But something strange happened. Giving click to close changed the background of Google to be a demon. No.
Oh God, no.
No. I'm actually getting kind of scared. They changed the background of Google to be a demon. What do you do in that situation? Like, genuinely.
I'd shit myself, honestly.
Yeah, you just give up. Come on. The background of Google became a demon.
Code Brown, brother.
Oh nah. Oh nah, bruh. Okay. Oh wow, this next line is crazy. Squeeze again. And this time, the Google logo appeared with blood dripping, and the search button went on to say, kill. And the button, I'm feeling lucky, he said, burn. No, this is freaking me out. Thinking that the buttons did not serve. Call my enemy. Now I miss him. By attending, I wanted to cut, but I said wait and put your name on Google search Satanic. Then I pressed the kill button and heard a shot from the call and was heard as the phone fell to the floor. When I cut the call, I left with a terrible trauma, like my best friend, who was scared enough. We wanted to turn off the notebook and give off, in the search, put the name of my friend and move the mouse button just to kill. I scared. I wanted to shut with the button to turn off the notebook and the worst way. So I think what they're trying to say is that he called up someone he didn't like and then typed in their name and hit the kill button, and then like that person got shot. So this is basically Death Note, right?
Yeah, this is just laptop Death Note.
This is laptop.
I think notebook they mean laptop.
Yeah, no, people use that sometimes. Like, I don't think that that's that big of a translation thing. Sometimes even Americans use notebook to describe a laptop. But also, damn, laptop Death Note.
Laptop Death Note.
Why did they think to call that person first, right? Like,
why do you have your enemy's number?
My enemy, my greatest enemy. Let me call him up real quick, type his name in, and then click the kill button. How do you, like, I don't get how do you get that logic to work in your brain? At what point in your life would you just like, I'm gonna do this? Like, that's just so weird.
Like, what if this didn't work? Like, what if it just didn't do anything?
That, like, yeah, exactly. It's just, you'd have no excuse. You'd be on the phone. It's like, I just wanted to see if you were gonna die. Okay, bye. Like, what?
He just saw it and he instantly knew.
What then, Google Satanic user? Okay.
What then?
I'm going to continue now. The machine is labeled, then began to hear noises in the house, and it pointed to my best friend. Then the notebook is regained, but Google Satan began to catch on fire, dripping blood, and something horrible happened. The machine began to fire and began to drop blood on the screen. They began to hear screams and horrible voice, began to speak, as if it were a ritual, but a satanic ritual. Then
Is there any other?
Well, yeah, there's like other rituals. Ritual just means something you do pretty regularly, like your morning ritual is like brushing your teeth, hopefully.
That line is very Half-Life, Full-Life Consequences.
It is kind of Half-Life, Full-Life Consequences. You know, because it's like as if it were a ritual, but a satanic ritual.
As if it were a ritual, but a satanic ritual.
Like, just say as if it were a satanic ritual, right? Like, I feel a little reluctant to really hate on, like, the pros of this, because, you know, doesn't seem like this person speaks English natively. It honestly feels like it was thrown in, like, Google Translate.
Or is a child.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm like, okay, we're gonna be chill about this.
If we were doing Sonic.exe, I'd go off.
Yeah, I would tear Sonic.exe to pieces.
I would tear Sonic.exe's asshole in half.
Pause. What?
That's crazy.
What?
That's crazy.
You're crazy, dude. I'm gonna come over there and punch you in the face if you say that crap again.
No, please, no.
No. Please.
No.
Why? Why would you
Let's
do
get
that?
back to track.
Why? Okay, fine. Jeez, you're yelling at me now. It's getting awkward. Okay.
Right,
Then the house started getting red. The flames of the notebook began to spread through the house, and the blood ran down the walls. Wait, so it's not on the screen, it was on fire. Their laptop just caught on fire and started bleeding. That's scary.
Yep. And for what?
Because they tried to...
Maybe because I kicked so much butt. Rest in peace, Eazy-E.
Yeah. I thought that it was just on the screen because they tried to close the app and it's like, we're going to burn this house down now. Anyways, we wanted to leave, but the door would not open. We tried to escape from the window, but the window disappeared, as if it were a house owned. Then he began to hear noises from the ceiling, very strong, and then the notebook, he began to bleed more and more. Hand the Google logo left hand, all full of blood, and tried to take it, my friend. I tried to help, but the roof came a bigger hand coming from a hole and grabbed me, also to take me to hell. I did everything. Go ahead.
Real quick. I like how he's referring to his laptop as a he.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like, it can't be a woman. Huh?
Or like even giving his laptop a gender.
Why? Yeah, why? Okay. Yeah, it's definitely it's probably a translation thing. I'm assuming this might be a Spanish, like written in Spanish initially. I don't know if they have. I don't know if all the nouns in Spanish are gendered or not. They are in French.
They are gendered.
Oh, they are. Then yeah, it's probably like Spanish or French or something.
And like he is like usually the neutral term.
Yeah. Same with French. Okay. I did everything I could, but to no avail. My friend had sucked the notebook. Pause.
Yo.
Yo, he what? What the? What the hell? Like, dude.
What the hell?
He sucked the notebook. Oh nah, bro.
No.
What the flip? What the flip is that about, bro?
What the hell are you talking about?
I don't know what the bleepity bleep is going on here.
I'm not a pedophile.
I love that video so much, dude. Okay, let's just keep reading. We can't stop every sentence. Okay, and now I do not have much time left before the hand take me to hell. I did the best I could, until I finally had my hand loose. But that cost me break my ribs and get me an arm. I had to break the door to escape and out, bleeding and crying, trying to call my parents. But there was no sign in the middle of the field, which I thought was even weirder, because it was a signal to the internet. As I found my home walk, walk, and walk until you get to a hospital where I managed the ribs, but I had to live without an arm. My parents came after he fixed my ribs, and I explained what had happened. Upon leaving the hospital, I wanted to show my parents that the legend was real, going to a cyber. But look, I found nothing. So I also realized that the result appeared when the network was connected to Ivan Corverfit. What's up?
I think by cyber they mean like a cyber cafe.
Yeah, that's what I'm assuming too. Months passed, and I was scared by the Google Satanic, but did not give up when I wanted to show my parents that the legend was real. I was accompanied by my parents, and upon arrival, saw the house all in pieces. Me, with great fear, I opened the door and found the notebook turned on, and was on the screen a message saying, Google Satanic, Coverfit were created. All written indisturbingly, and the walls were written all victims of Paige, including my friend and I. I'm out to mourn, because I had lost my best friend. I grab a hammer that was in a box of tools hidden, and destroyed the notebook for my friend to rest in peace. I went to tell the police, but did not believe us. Me, after that moment, never used Google again. I'm using this new computer to write you. Never go to Google Satanic. I tell you, I passed the worst moment of my life.
I read some of the comments. Apparently, it is in Spanish.
Okay, that makes sense.
I'm sure 50% of the errors in here are like, not even 50, like 75% is Google Translate.
Yeah, and it's like, that's kind of, I feel like that's kind of a stupid thing to go after and be like,
oh, the grammar sucks. Yeah, of course it sucks. Use Google Translate.
The grammar in this story that was written in another language and translated by Google is not good. This grammar is not great.
Like, okay.
It is very funny though.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, it's making me laugh. Like, why did his friend suck the notebook? Right?
Yo,
come on.
Freaky ass friend, bro.
Freaky best friend? Oh, dude, I just dated us so hard right there.
Yo, you said your mom is gonna listen to this, right?
Yeah, probably.
I was gonna make a joke. I don't want to disappoint your mom.
Dude, I think she's already disappointed.
I don't want to disappoint her more, let's say.
Okay, true. Same. So, let's give a quick recap of what's happening, because it's really unclear. So,
he took his laptop, he heard about Google Satanic, went with his homeboy who lives in the field into an abandoned house. He did the death note on one of his enemies. The laptop went into flames, his friend sucked the laptop, and he escaped missing an arm.
So, as far as I can tell, I think it means that his friend was sucked into the laptop, and a giant arm grabbed him from the ceiling, and the only way he escaped is he had to, like, rip his arm off, which, holy crap.
Yo, he's the creepypasta guts.
I know, dude just ripped it off. How?
Yo, this dude's a beast.
Okay, dude, that takes some intense strength. He didn't say he cut it off. He tore it off. Holy crap. Bro's
Yo, we
the
got
goat.
the Hulk.
Seriously, what? That's insane. And then for some reason, he's like, I gotta show my parents this, bruh. I think they believe you when you showed up with a missing arm.
Showed up with a missing arm, and then you take him to a burnt down house.
Yeah, exactly. Like, come on.
They're like, okay, we'll leave you alone now.
Look,
jeez.
All right. It seems like, yeah, your arm's missing. It seems like Google Satanic might be real. Okay, buddy.
Yeah.
We believe you.
Also, you're missing an arm, bro. I'd give up pursuing it after that.
Yeah, that's also the thing. It's like, why would you want to see it again? He did say he doesn't regret it anymore, so maybe he's just kind of into it now.
Yeah, he likes it.
That's why he's telling everyone about Google Satanic and how to get it.
That's why the grammar's so bad. He's writing with one hand.
Dude, true.
Okay.
Yeah, let's start the next part 2, and then you'll be reading this part.
I never thought I would pass. I, let alone, thought I would lose everything I had. Remember that time when they talk of a satanic Google, of one Ivan Coverfit? Because I never believe what happened June 10th, 2011, at 9 a.m. I woke up to go to school. As always, we live in a very poor society, and I was discriminated for my lack of arm.
We live in a society.
We live in a society where they make fun of you because you got your arm ripped off by your own brute strength. Riddle me this. What does a one-armed man do when he gets bullied?
The one-armed bandit.
The one-armed man goes to the Ivan Coverfit house and types his enemies' names into Google Satanic. And they all die.
How's that?
You're a beast.
Am I the Joker in real life?
Whoa. The disrespect, bro. They just hate him because he has no arm.
I know. They're like,
Oh, fuck this guy.
dude, I can't even think of one arm. Oh, got him. Like, that's crazy.
Guess you'll be doing things no-handed now.
Dude, true.
Back to the story. And many thought I killed my friend in the countryside where I live. But they do not know what me and my friend had. Every time I think of what I experienced, I cry in pain. On leaving school, I walk around my neighborhood, and I meet a person who asks me for money because it was very poor. And I only had 10 pesos. And since I'm not a bad person, I decided to give it. He thanked me and told me to follow him. I would show a surprise.
Whoa. Whoa.
Whoa.
Dude.
Found a prostitute.
Bro found like a homeless person, and they're like, "Can I have $10?" He gives him 10 pesos, and the homeless person goes, "Follow me."
Oh,
And he just does?
He about to do something strange.
Yeah, I want to know if he actually does follow this homeless person.
I would show a surprise. On the one hand, I thought he was going to kill me or rape me. But otherwise, I thought I was going to get something good. But
Dude
was only a thought.
That is not worth it. What?
If that's even like a possibility, I don't think it's worth it.
Exactly. Like, what do you mean, dude?
What could he
He's like,
possibly
well,
give you?
I might be murdered or assaulted. But what if this person has something nice to give me? Dude, they just needed 10 pesos.
You paid him.
How much nice things do you think they have?
You paid him and he's gonna murder you now.
That sucks.
Man, Mexico is rough.
Seriously, or wherever this is.
Okay. It said pesos, so I'm assuming Mexico.
Yeah, I actually don't know the world currencies that well, so I think pesos is Mexico. I don't know if anywhere else uses them.
Probably. I think Peru does. But don't quote me on that.
Yeah. I'm going to quote you on that. I'm going to quote you on that, boy. Just read it. Just keep reading.
But it was only a thought. Because what they are to hear will be something I will never forget. We went through the field where he had lived, the worst in the world. And he said he lived in an abandoned house. Then I left in shock as everything matched. The field which I lived through the death of my friend and an abandoned house. They are guessing friends. The person who I was walking with was a such cover-fit Ivan, the creator of Google Satanic. To hear where I lived, I thought, is this person Ivan Coverfit? I never knew the answer until I told it the same. I said his name was Ivan Coverfit from here. I ran to my house, crying, knowing she was about to happen again. The worst crack in my life. Yo, he's getting that.
What?
He's getting the...
Pause.
Whoa, he's smoking crack now?
He left because he thought Ivan Corverfit didn't have good enough crack.
Yo, he lost his arm, now he's addicted to crack.
That's
Dude's
messed
life
up.
sucks.
That is so messed up. It's so disrespectful to good old Ivan, too. He was just going to show him something cool. He's going to show him Google Satanic.
While running, I started yelling things like, "Going to die. You cannot escape death. I will meet you, and I will kill you." But I went on running. When I got home, I told my mother to close the house. Who had just found the Corver Fit Ivan. Have I been saying cover fit the whole time?
You have, but it said cover fit like once or twice in the actual thing. So you're good.
It ain't my fault. It ain't my fault.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, because if you remember, she saw the message on the computer destroyed that said Corver Fit Ivan was the creator. But then, and thought he was joking. She thought twice and thought he was crazy after he allegedly went through and locked me in my room. I knew what happened from there would not be good, because what if happened to the site was horrible. The creator could make me suffer more. Since that time, never left my room, spent days, and I would not let anyone between, until a moment and the night became very dark and cold, and I was hungry and thirsty and decided to leave for a time in my room. But opened the door, my parents were dead.
No.
I think even in Spanish this would be kind of clumsy.
Yeah, no, I believe it.
I've got a feeling. Cause like barring the bad grammar, just like it's all so sudden.
Yeah, this storytelling is still not good. Let's be freaking real. Like, oh, what a coincidence. The random homeless dude you gave 10 pesos to just so happened to be the creator of Google Satanic. And he's also not homeless. He lives in that abandoned house. Like, huh?
Like 10 pesos is like, in current US dollars, it's like 60 cents.
Yeah, no, it's... And well, this is in 2011, allegedly.
And 2011. I'm gonna see how much that was back then.
Yeah.
Oh wow. It was even less. It's like 8 cents.
Wow. That's all it
Wow.
takes to get access to Google Satanic. 11 cents.
No, 8 cents.
8 cents. 8 cents to get access to Google Satanic. This is a steal, people. You can get access to Laptop Death Note for 11 cents.
He killed his family
8 cents and your arm.
He was pissed because he got 8 cents and he killed his family.
Dude, for real. What I will say is that I'm a little confused because it's like he figured out it was... So it's like he just said, "Your name is Ivan Corverfit," and then ran away screaming, "I'm gonna kill you! I'm gonna kill you!" Like, what? Why did he do that? It's a translation.
Is he having... The translation makes it sound like he's having like a... He's like having a schizophrenic episode.
Yeah, no, it really does make it sound like this kid just like was like,
"I'm going to kill you.
You are Ivan Corverfit. I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna kill you." Like, what?
Are we sure he didn't kill his own parents?
No, I think he did. Okay, let's keep going.
Real. Back to the story. We're gonna have a warning to our audience here. We're gonna have a lot of tangents.
Yeah, but that's why you're here.
you could just watch a creepypasta reading video.
Or you
if
could just
care
read
about
it
the
yourself, right?
read it yourself. You know how to read, right?
You know how to read, right?
I assume no.
Yeah, probably not. Oh,
You monkey. You illiterate monkey.
yeah. Okay.
You deserve it, Daddy. The house.
What? Wait. What do you mean by that?
I'm just saying, you deserve it, Daddy.
What do you mean by that?
You deserve it.
Okay. That's good enough for me, I guess.
I'm doing the Half-Life full life consequences cadence.
I noticed. I love it.
Artistic choice. The house was surrounded by blood, and the table was written in a URL, which I will not say for various reasons, and apparently if this mess was caused by Ivan Corverfit, I would not be another open my new notebook. And write the URL, I had no internet, but the page work, which I thought was weird. I knew this was going to end badly, but I had no choice. When you opened the URL, a Google appeared normal, without any fault. I did not know what to do because if I touch something that changes or close the URL, something catastrophic would happen. But do not expect to stay already. Oh, did I lose track?
Yeah, but do not expect to stay there.
To stay there. So try to get something. I thought something would happen, but everything was normal. Everything he did, everything was normal. Though, without the internet, even worked. So, try searching Google Satanic, but nothing appeared. I thought it was good, but as it was from Ivan, that would end ugly. To look for Ivan Corverfit, Google the word, and already there began the terror. By putting the word Ivan, I appeared on the suggestions many times the word Ivan Coverfit. And for me, that was not good. Because if you try to find Ivan Coverfit the normal Google, nothing appears related. But never again use Google. Not sure what changes were made. Ivan Corverfit already putting in the search. I knew my death would be approaching. Deleted without any problem. But when I wanted to find something else, each letter was Ivan Corverfit word. No matter what letter you use, as long finish writing Corverfit Ivan. Finally, before breaking the notebook, already had planned to do, look for the last time word Ivan Corverfit. Corverfit Ivan. Yo, we're writing it in Japanese now.
Seriously.
Last name first.
Seriously.
Corverfito Ivan-san.
Kovafito Ivan-san.
Crazy.
You'd have to write that out in katakana.
Yo, you should do that for your Japanese class.
Dude, I will. I will put up on the screen right now if you're watching this on YouTube. I will put up Ivan Corverfit in like hiragana, like how you would write it.
You know, for you Ivan heads out there.
Who else out here's a real Ivan head? I know I've been running it back Ivan style since day one. So,
if you ain't Corverfit pilled, what are you doing?
If you ain't Corverfitting, what are you doing? You're failing. You're fumbling. It's embarrassing. Come on, right?
All right, back to the story.
Wait, I want to say one thing about the actual story real quick. I feel like they're so focused on the whole name, Ivan Corverfit. Like, is this like an anagram for something? Like, that's what I'm wondering right now. Does this name mean something? Is it like you rearrange the letters and it's like, I am devil guy? Like, that's kind of what I'm wondering.
I don't think it'd work in this because it's all in shitty Google Translate.
Yeah, I know. I think that is not going to be. I don't think like it's direct, but that is my one wonder.
Man. Ooh, back to the story. And this time, the word Satan appeared and was redirected to a page that was completely black. And where you write the word appeared URL google.com. I tried to break the notebook. I do not kill me, Ivan. And then broke my notebook. The terror was over. So I thought. At the break, I felt someone was behind me, and from the reflection of the glass, you could see the shape of a person. I turned. I saw Ivan Corverfit telling you, he. Then he left me unconscious. Upon waking, I feel I'm in the house of Ivan with the same modem and the same notebook that had destroyed again. He said, now the fun begin, and with those words, the computer broke it again, began to rebuild, and began to write words that I did not understand, which were the direct access to GoogleSatanic.com. When you write, the screen completely filled with blood, and the search began to quickly write the names of everyone he knew, and gave the button to kill. So I started screaming for help, but nobody listened to me. The house was becoming hell. The walls and the roof disappeared, and outside was not a field, but were skin and bones, fire, blood, and I realized it was hell. Every second spent the souls of my loved ones, my friends, everyone I knew, and Ivan was slowly turning into the devil. And the computer was turning on the parka. I could not believe everything I saw was completely real. And sparring his Oz began to open my body, but I felt nothing. Whoa, pause, dude. He opened his ass up.
What does he mean by that?
What do you mean by that, dog?
What do you mean by that?
And started to get my soul slowly, and I began to die. The last 5 seconds of my life, Ivan, or rather the devil, told me to continue living. But then I woke up. All I saw disappear. A few seconds passed. I woke up in a special room for the insane. Was in a madhouse. And as if that I experienced was real, because the person who is listening to this is listening to the demon. Wow.
You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. You are listening to the demon.
Let's summarize what just happened here.
Okay, so this dude, our main character, I'm gonna just call him Googie. Little Googie, was like getting bullied in school, being a no-armed little loser, and killing. This is like, I feel it's more realistic for them to be like, you definitely murdered your friend. That, yeah, I could see that. Basically, little Googie is getting bullied, and he hates his life, and he's poor.
I like how he mentions he got bullied for missing his arm before mentioning, like, oh yeah, they also thought I might have killed my friend.
Yeah, it's more important that he's getting bullied for missing an arm. Okay, so Googie is getting bullied, and then one day, like, a homeless person or just a poor person comes up and is like, spare change. So he gives him 10 pesos, and this person's like, I got something to show you, bud.
In 2011 money, that's 8 cents.
Yeah, he gives him 8 cents, and this person's like, I got something to show you, bud. And he's like, I might get murdered if I go with this person.
I might get raped and murdered, but he could show me something pretty cool.
But what if something cool happens? So he goes. Like, what? And he, like, they start going, and they come to the field that his friend lived in, And then they start getting closer to the house, the abandoned house, the Ivan Corverfit house. And he looks at the homeless person and yells. Well, I guess he's not homeless because he lives in the house. He looks at the poor person and goes, "You're Ivan Corverfit. I'm going to kill you." And runs home, freaking out. And tells his mom to lock up the house and then doesn't leave his room for a long time. And then he decides to like get food or something, leaves his room. His parents are dead. And he finds a computer that says like, "Open up this URL." And I will not, and he doesn't tell us the URL, which is funny because he told us the URL earlier for Google Satanic. So he like goes on it and it keeps on going like Ivan Corverfit as the name. And then it starts switching to like the devil and everything starts getting scary and there's hyper realistic blood everywhere. And then he's like in hell now. And then like the devil appears and is like, "I want you to live." And he wakes up in an insane asylum. So,
it's like that scene from Godzilla -1. He's giving him encouragement.
Dude, exactly. Except I haven't seen that yet.
What?
Yeah, well, because I didn't have anyone that wanted to go see it with me, and I don't go to movies in general. So,
man, your roomie's whack, bro. They didn't want to see Godzilla with you.
I know, dude. Well, first of all, you got to remember that I'm a loser and I don't have friends. So,
also your roommates are whack.
Yeah, okay, that is true. Because they didn't want to watch Godzilla.
Exactly.
But yeah, that's the plot right there. Basically, meets a homeless person. Homeless person is Ivan Corverfit. He freaks out, locks himself in the room, comes out, parents dead, types in a URL, types in Ivan, figures out Ivan is the devil, and then he's in hell. Ivan goes, "You actually need to keep on living," and he wakes up in an insane asylum. What I will say is that for some reason, it has like almost biblical prose at points.
Elaborate on that.
Let me see. There was a part that I was like, that sounds exactly like the Bible.
I like how they try to do the whole like, the monster was the one writing the story the whole time. Sort of shtick. Did I say schlick?
I don't know, man.
This is a whack-ass podcast.
I don't know what you mean by that.
The fact that he woke up in an insane asylum, that kind of tells me that he had a manic episode and killed his parents.
Yeah, that's what it seems like to me. Like, he just lost his crap.
He just had a psychotic break. Maybe he did kill his friend.
Dude, he
I'm
probably
starting to believe it.
Yeah, I can't find the point where I was like, that sounds like the Bible. Now I feel stupid.
It's because you are, and you should feel bad.
Yeah, I was thinking that too.
And that you're a bad person.
Yeah, and I'm evil.
You're kind of retarded. You're low-key gay too.
Hey. Watch it, bud. You can't say that kind of stuff.
Yo. Also fat.
Dude. Okay, be nice to me now. Come on. What?
Sorry, baby.
Okay. Let's just finish this. There's just one part left.
This one seems to be a little different from the other ones.
Yeah, it looks like it's a different person speaking at this point. I am a caseworker, supernatural, and always come to the conclusion that it was all a misunderstanding. But the last case I investigated, there was a misunderstanding, was a reality, and never thought that this case would take my friends to death. The last case I investigated, it was Google Satanic. Was a normal day. I talked with my friends in my home. When I call my fellow researchers and I talk about a child who allegedly had seen the devil himself. I found it odd that a child's affected, so I went to where the child locked in the madhouse. Upon arrival, I asked one of the workers there, let me see the child. Who necessitan talk with him, but not let me. I explained about all supernatural cases in which he worked, and told me that nothing else could go for 5 minutes to talk with the child. Entered the room, and the boy was lying on the ground, trembling, and touched it back to get his attention and talk. And when the boy turned, looked at me smiling, a devilish way. I found a little disturbing, but I lost no time and started asking him things he had seen. Because he feels that the devil was in search of him. And when I told him everything, I left the room half traumatized. It was weird.
Half traumatized.
I was half traumatized, like 50% traumatized.
Yeah, I was kind of a good quarter traumatized.
Yeah, like I'm saying I'm a 50% traumatized right now. You feel me? Like it's not that bad. Like what? Like I kind of get what they mean, but that's also just a funny way to say it. I was half traumatized. It was weird because I had not happened before, but I took no importance and I told my friends. We started to investigate this case. Supposedly, the kid went to one such site called Google Satanic. He talked about its design, the creator, to me, that he had lived a horrible experience. But remembered nothing of what he saw. I looked for information about computer spirits, which is like an internet network demonize. Is accomplished by a ritual called Akuma Shokuhin. And it has a bunch of Japanese text right here, which I don't know how to read kanji yet. Well, I know how to read some, but there's too many. So, no clue. But I'm assuming it means Akuma Shokuhin. Wow, gee whiz, I'm embarrassed. Which involves summoning a demon through a material circle, inexplicable, and say words in different orders, but ending with a phrase that I cannot tell. Believe me, I've tried, and I know the cure. The cure is to break the modem from the internet. After finding out about it, I searched for spirits-hacked computer networks and found only one, which coincided with what the child had said. The network is called Ivan Corverfit. I could not believe what the child had said was true. When I saw that net, I was afraid to connect to my PC, but I took courage and I did. It connected the network. My computer began to unravel until completely extinguished. No catch her again. Not because it was broken, but because the light, it left a message saying something written in a language I do not know. Oh wow, why am I yawning?
Real quick. Shokuhin means like food stuff or commodity.
Oh, like so, and it doesn't Akuma mean like demon, or does that just mean a Street Fighter character?
I think Akuma is like devil or something.
So like devil food? Is that what this is saying?
Devil food.
Huh. Weird. That's probably not the literal translation. I'm sure it's something, and people are gonna be like,
actually, it means like demon summoning ritual.
yeah, duh. Okay.
I looked it up on Google. Like, all I could find is like the Street Fighter character.
Yeah, same. Okay. But because the light, it left a message saying something written in a language I do not know, all stained with blood. I used another PC in a program I got into my other PC broken. Tears fell, and I only see what is inside. Upon entering, appeared the image of my wife hanged in the roof, and my son without a head, and my sister with no arms or legs or eyes. It was... Okay, I shouldn't laugh at my sister with no arms or legs or eyes. But
Yo, you should like just put it down at that point.
yeah, exactly. Well, I'm kind of confused. I can't tell if this is like... So initially, like, my wife was hanging, and I'm like, oh, maybe this guy had a wife who committed suicide, right? But then the son just has no head. And then his sister with no arms or legs or eyes.
She
So I'm assuming this is fake visions.
Her body exploded like a Fallout character.
Seriously, dude, that sucks. I would be bummed if I had no arms or legs or eyes. I'd be pissed off. It
Still
was,
has ears though.
yeah, at least she can hear and speak. It was horrifying and shocking, but even worse was when I opened the Internet Explorer to go to that page called googlesatanic.com. I managed to get in, and I swear that's no joke. I got in, guys. No freaking joke. I swear that is no joke. I got in. Okay.
Yo, it's real.
I'm kind of getting the feeling that maybe this person is joking right now, right?
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Yeah. I nearly...
Yeah.
I'm reading now, bro.
Okay.
I nearly died of fear. It was horrible. I saw the logo of Google, as no one had seen it before. Was bloodied. The fund was horrible. You could almost see hell itself, and the buttons and words frightened even more. I did not think it was serious, but it was something that struck me in truth. I relaxed. I took the situation calmly and investigated the source of the page. What I imagined. The buttons sent to a satellite coordinates. I'm sorry. Sent to a satellite coordinates that identifies the person closest to the PC with the name that we had set. Did not think the internet could reach that far, but that was not the worst. With the data that the child had told me the page change if we tried to close the browser, and I tried. Google's bloody and infernal background. Something happened that left me in shock. The logo of Google was all black. Began to hear noises from my house. The dishes were beginning to break. Everything falls apart. I tried to close it again, and passed the worst of it. The background was quite real. You could almost reach in and go to hell. And the Google logo was transformed into a demon, little by little, and looked to be coming to the screen. Pause. Looked to be what?
What?
Looked to be... what? Coming to the screen, bro? What do you mean by that?
About to get sticky.
Better get sticky icky.
Ew. That's gross.
You're disgusting.
You're freaking me out, dude. You're making my skin itch. My scalp is itchy now. I was away from the monitor, and the demon came.
Yo.
Pause. What?
Yo, he bussin'.
What? Okay. And the demon came closer and closer until the point where I could not believe the devil had left the screen. My house was falling apart and turned into hell. I began to see how everything changes. The PC became the Grim Reaper and appeared in the same place where it all began. I appeared in the home of Ivan Corverfit. I was sitting, unable to move, and the Sparse and Ivan came to me. The Grim Reaper began to take off the soul from the body, while I looked like my body was destroyed as I was dying slowly before he died. I remember listening to Ivan saying something. I woke up and thought he was dead, but no. Appeared again in the house of Ivan, with only a modem and a desk. Why I had not awakened, but destroyed the modem to cure the computer network of the spirit. By breaking the modem, the unexpected happened. I left the house of Ivan, and the amazing thing was seeing dead people everywhere. I thought I had ruined everything, but it was not. All these people had been dead for thousands of years in the same place, and Ivan and others were dead. I thought I had discovered and solved the case of Google Satanic, but on returning to the research room, all my friends, my family, and all known people were found dead in front of my eyes, and that was me. Then, grabbed my computer and started writing this horrifying experience, just living. I'm writing as fast as I can, and I know many will not believe what I say. It's impossible, but things are impossible for those who do not try. I try and regret having done it. Besides, this is that devil to kill me and take me to hell. See, that sounds like the Bible to me. This is that the devil to kill me and take me to hell. I don't know why. but I want to leave a message before he died. It is described as inexplicable originated this story as the page was created primarily as it ended. Something that is that Google will no longer Satanic kill anyone else, but you go after you will be Ivan Corverfit, or rather, Satanus.
That probably made more sense in Spanish.
It probably made a lot more sense in Spanish. This is by FirePhoenix76, originally uploaded August 11th of 2011. This is a pretty old one. It is 13 years old at this point? Yeah, 13 years old.
Nice and legal.
Dude, you can't say that on here. That's oh my gosh, bro.
I'm thinking that one bit from Xavier Renegade Angel.
I know.
That's cut that out.
Dude, yeah, no, we're cutting that.
Well, put the reaction to it in there.
Well, we might just leave it in and then show the actual bit you're referencing. So then it's like, okay.
Just overlay that.
Yeah, no, that's probably what we'll do. That's crazy that you said that. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I say the out of pocket stuff.
You do. You really do.
Reading this and listening to it felt like a stroke.
It does kind of feel like having a stroke. Will you give us a recap on what that last part was?
Was the devil to kill me and take me to hell? So, like, the devil's writing this?
I can't tell.
No longer Satanic kill everyone else. Is, like, Ivan Corverfit like a title?
Maybe?
Like, is it like It Follows?
Maybe. I actually can't tell what's going on here. Like, it's almost like at the end they're like, oh, this is my last thing that I'll write. Okay, let me give a part 3 quick run it back.
You know, for the slower members of our audience.
So, well, dude, I don't even think it's the slower members. This is impossible to parse. Okay, so we have a new character now. I'm going to call this character Casey because they said they're a caseworker. Which makes me think they're like CPS or something, but the way they describe things, it really sounds more like they're like
I'm a caseworker supernatural.
Yeah, like it sounds like they're like a freaking like Zach Bagans, basically, or Zach Bagans.
Zach Baggins, I think.
Yeah, Ghost Hunters guy.
He's going on paranormal adventures.
Exactly. Yeah, this dude's a paranormal adventures looking person. So basically, they go to the asylum Googie is at, and they're like, "What's good?" Googie tells him everything. He's like, "Let me look into this. I know how to deal with Akuma Shokuhin. You must destroy the modem. You must destroy their modem, and it gets rid of the demon's connection to this earth." So what he does is just connects to it and does all the stuff that lets it kill you instead of destroying the modem. Also, he was able to confirm that it was, in fact, haunted. So I don't know why he was just like, let me just do all the stuff that I shouldn't do. Like, what? What? Anyways.
Yeah, this one felt more like a stroke than the other ones.
Yeah, this one was definitely more stroke maxing. A little heavier.
Stroke maxing? What?
Hey, come on, man. Come on.
Walked into that one, boy. You walked into that one.
Man, come on, man. Okay, so basically, he connects to it, and the computer just becomes the Grim Reaper. And he's like, we're going to kill you. He ends up in hell. He tries to destroy the modem, but I think he didn't truly break it. So, I don't know. And then he's in hell, and he's like, I'm writing this right before I'm about to die.
In hell.
So
he's going to be super dead.
Yeah, so just, dude's just another hater, right? There's just Googie and Casey are both massive Ivan Corverfit haters. Ivan didn't do anything wrong.
So there is a part 4 to this. It goes untranslated.
Seriously?
Fire Fenix 76 uploaded it himself.
Oh. Whoa, yeah, no, it's like a whole reading. That's crazy.
It sounds like one of those Spanish text-to-speech voices.
Oh, wow.
We'll post, if we upload this to YouTube, we'll post a link.
Yeah, we'll post a link to it. If you speak Spanish, check it out, but like...
No hate to Fire Fenix, though. This is probably a decent story in Spanish.
Yeah. Like, I'm not gonna hate... well, okay. No, I don't think it's a decent story in Spanish.
Or, I meant to say it's an understandable story in Spanish.
I doubt that. It's... Okay, I'm sure it's serviceable.
It's a legible story in Spanish, let's say.
Yeah, no, we could say that for sure. I'm sure it's serviceable. This, like... the language barrier does not help. But even with that, what I can understand of the story just doesn't make sense. It's so fast, right? Like, I'm not gonna lie. This is actually a fairly gripping story as it goes for, like, badly written creepypastas. I feel like there's a lot of them where they just, like, are, like, so impossible to understand, you don't get anywhere and you can't guess what the story is, or it's just like, and then scary thing happened, and this definitely has that, but it at least has some story outside of that, right?
I feel like
I'm sorry.
What was that?
That was Google Satanic.
That's insane. I feel like if this was in the shop a little longer, it could have been something decent.
Yeah, no, it just feels a little undercooked. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I understood what the story was trying to get at mostly. And I can't say that about a lot of bad creepypastas. A lot of them aren't worth a read. So this one I would say is actually worth a read. Like, actually worth checking out. It's funny. It only left me half traumatized. Right? So
I'd say it left me like a quarter traumatized.
Yeah. And like, I just feel so bad for Googie for being discriminated for his lack of an arm. And for Googie's friend who got sucked who sucked the computer.
Why did he do that?
Yeah, I know, right? Those 3 moments are probably my favorite moments. Each part had one moment that I thought was really funny.
Okay, highlight of part 1 for you.
Highlight of part 1 was his friend sucking the computer.
Obviously. Part 2.
Part 2 was that he got, he's getting bullied he's getting discriminated for his lack of arm. Like, I'm not saying that doesn't happen, but just the way to describe it like that is super funny. And then part 3's best part, half traumatized. Oh, that left me half traumatized. I'm like 40% traumatized.
Okay, the last time this Fire Fenix upload was like 6 years ago.
Oh wow.
It's okay if I read his the description of it.
Sure, dude. I don't care.
This Fire Fenix, man. It could be a girl for all I know. Only like nearly 4,000 subscribers. The most views this person has gotten is part 1 of Google Satanic.
Yeah.
From 12 years ago.
Well, listen. If you're watching this, go freaking hit like on the Google Satanic like Spanish readings on YouTube.
By Fire Fenix himself.
Yeah, it's by Fire Fenix themselves. And it's just funny. Like, I'm not trying to say go hate on this person. I think they did a decent job. They wrote this 13 years ago, right? So it's like, do we really want to hate? Not really. Like, I think it's totally serviceable. If anything, I just want to make a shout out to them because I think this has been a great time reading this.
Oh, it says they have a currently active channel. Like, but the last episode upload was like 3 years ago.
Oh yeah.
It says like on that Fire Phoenix channel they stopped uploading.
Huh. Well, do what you will. I'm not gonna be like chase this person down.
Yeah, even if you did, I'm not sure they're gonna like see any of it.
Yeah, exactly. So, whatever. Just leave them alone, I would say then.
I don't know why you'd harass an abandoned YouTube channel.
You wrote a creepypasta that was translated kind of poorly into English.
Like 6 years ago.
13 years ago. You need to pay. No, don't do that. That's weird. In fact, if you do that, I hope that Google Satanic comes and finds you. I hope that Ivan Corverfit comes and gets you.
I think for future episodes we gotta state like initially like, yo, don't harass anybody.
Yeah, we can do that right now, and I'll just put it at the beginning. Hey, this is the little boys over at Who Was Phone. And we just want to say, don't bother anyone that writes these creepypastas. I know we're addressing them as like bad creepypastas, but at the end of the day, people are allowed to write, and it doesn't have to be something you're in love with. So just leave them alone. It's not really your business to really witch hunt or harass anyone. We appreciate you coming by, though.
Harass everybody. Send the SWAT teams to their houses.
Write their names in Google Satanic and click the kill button.
Click the kill button.
Click the kill button on them and kill them, and then suck the computer. Or suck the notebook, my bad.
Suck the notebook.
Then try and close Google Satanic and die because of that. And Ivan Corverfit will get you. Unless you're Googie and for some reason you rip your whole freaking arm off. And
unless you're a beast,
survive.
That is nuts.
I think that Googie deserves to go into the Hall of Fame. How do you imagine that Googie looks?
Probably like a small brown child.
Yeah. Probably. With no arm.
With probably like super jacked too.
Probably really freaking jacked. Built like guts. In fact, I'm just going to put any representation of Googie will be guts in this story.
I mean, guts always felt Mexican coded to me.
Kind of like Goku.
Yo, he suffers a lot.
Carnes de Kakaroto. I don't speak Spanish. I speak French, and I'm learning Japanese. So I don't know how to do a Spanish accent. Sorry.
Man. It's because you hate the Portuguese, don't you? Like, you're really racist against them.
Dude. I like Portuguese people. I think they're all right. I think they're swell. I think they're swell.
The moment you start speaking French, you just, like, hate the Portuguese vehemently.
No, I think they're swell.
Shout out to all my Brazilians out there. We love you.
Shout out to all my Brazilians out there. We love you. And Before we close this out, I do want to give one thing to all of our listeners or viewers, a recommendation for something you should check out. I want to do this in all of these, just like some random thing to be like, you should check this out. I recently played a game. It's free. It's on Steam called Psychopomp. And it's like kind of a dungeon crawler. Super interesting game. It was fun, had a cool story, and it takes about an hour to finish. So I would say go check that out. It's made by an indie developer, and it's just worth it. So that's my recommendation for the day. Ross, do you have any recommendations for the listeners?
My recommendations for our listeners. Just honestly, what to recommend? You
could do a game, a movie, a show. Like, what have you been listening to lately? What have you been playing lately?
I've been listening to my Kyle Core playlist. So shout out to Kyle Core music.
Yeah, give an example or two.
Some Linkin Park, some Eminem. Shout out to Kyle Core.
Dude, shout out to Kyle Core. Now, sorry I didn't tell you that I wanted to do that. I kind of forgot until just now. So, next time, we're going to have like a recommendation just to throw out there, just for fun.
Shout out to Kyle Core. Shout out, I played some Armored Core 6 ranked for the first time. Shout out to Armored Core. Shout out FromSoft. Yeah.
Shout out my sisters. They have a podcast too.
Shout out to them. I hope they shout out to Cruelty Squad. I hope they play Cruelty Squad on the podcast.
Dude, that'd be insane. We gotta ask. Okay, so I wasn't gonna say the name of their podcast to be funny, but it's Fake Gamer Girls. If you're listening to this, go join their Discord or something and ask them to play Cruelty Squad.
Just like something very esoteric.
Yeah, no, that would go hard. Okay.
Really filter these gamer girls.
Exactly. Well, they're fake gamer girls. That's the whole point. Anyways, let's close this out. This has been Who Was Phone, reading bad creepypastas. I'm Quinn, and this is Ross.
This is Ross, also known as Ross Vegas, also known as RPB Vegas, also known.
You're not known as anything else.
I'm not known as anything else.
This is Quinn, also known as Buffo. I think that's all the ones I'd use, actually.
We don't know when this thing's getting uploaded to YouTube.
Dude, it's going to be uploaded within a week. This is not going to be that hard to do. But yeah, we appreciate you checking it out, and leave your comments below on things that we should work on, because we haven't done something like this before, and we want to make it decent quality. We appreciate you, though.
Hey, give us feedback.
Yeah, give us
Tell
feedback.
Us what you like.
And I'm going to make up like a tagline for us to close with every time right now. Have a good rest of your day, and don't let Google Satanic get you. I don't know. I'm trying to think of something better. Don't let the bed bugs bite, baby. Yeah,
we like you. We love you. We want to kiss you right on your mouth.
We like you. We love you. We want to kiss you right on your mouth.